Good day, Mom. We are the group assigned to report and discuss about the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. I am Soledad Lapuz and I am the first reporter. Before we start in the discussion of the Code of Ethics for professional teachers, we have here the introductions. In everyday life, you are confronted with the challenges to do the right thing. When you are faced with professional decisions that seem to be ethical implications, there are conditions and provisions of the Code of Ethics that will guide you to determine the best actions, which means that we have the ethical considerations to do. So, as a teachers, we have the responsibility to push our learners to their full potential and develop their personality. So, teachers have great influence in the lives of their learners. They are expected to be professionally competent in the practice of their profession. So, as a teachers, being a professional teachers, a teacher must be a noble. So, a teacher must act nobility in the learners. So, moreover, they need also to possess good reputations, not only the school, but the entire community. Having this big responsibility in the learning environment, teachers must be guided by this document, which comprehensively discuss the different expectations from a teachers. So, as mandated in the Code of Ethics for professional teachers, you have the responsibility to interact positively with parents, community members, and other stakeholders of the school. Contact with parents must be conducted regularly and be kept professional and free from arguments. If you have an issue with parents, community members, or stakeholders, it must be presented during meetings and conference. Being a teacher, you must recognize that education is a public service and strive to keep the public informed of the program's projects and activities. In the school, you are expected to collaborate with your school administrators, co-teachers, and other personnel in order to provide a safe, friendly learning experiences for the learners. As part of the BETH organization, you are further expected to follow the directions and instructions of your school administrators, and higher BETH officials. So, being a teacher, you should consider your teachers and other personnel in achieving the goals of education. They must be treated with courtesy, consideration, and mutual respect. You should also be punctual in the submission of the reports and other tasks to facilitate the completion of the work by the support personnel. So, these are the objectives in this particular report. So, we have demonstrate understanding of the key provision of the Code of Ethics and become familiar with the responsibilities of a professional teachers. Describe how the Code of Ethics can help or guide a teacher in the day-to-day performance task of his work, hence resulting to a good teacher. So, describe and become familiar with the responsibilities specified in the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. Exhibit professional behavior as set out by the Code of Ethics for teachers in the Philippines. So, the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. It is pursuant to the provisions of paragraph Article 11 of Republic Act Number 7836, otherwise known as the Philippines Professionalization Act of 1994, and paragraph Section 6, Philippines Professionalization Act of 1994, number 223, as amended. The Board for Professional Teachers hereby adopt the Code of Ethics for professional teachers. So, preamble. Teachers are duly licensed professionals who possesses dignity and reputation with high moral values as well as technical and professional competence in the practice of their noble professions. So as I have said that being a teacher, it is being a noble, it is a profession of being a noble. So a teacher must act nobility as to strive such ethical considerations. A teacher strictly adhere to observe and practice this set of ethical and moral principles, standards, and values. Now, Article 1, Scope and Limitation. So this is now the Article 1 of the Code of Ethics for Professional Teachers. Section 1. The Philippine Constitution provides that all educational institutions shall offer quality education for all competent teachers committed of its full realization. The provision of this code shall apply, therefore, to all teachers in schools in the Philippines. So, Section 1 aims is to ensure that all educational institutions in the Philippines provide quality education, emphasizing competence and commitment among teachers for the full realization of educational goals. And Section 2, this code covers all public and private school teachers in all educational institutions and the preschool, primary, elementary, and secondary levels, whether academic, vocational, special, technical, or non-formal. The term teacher shall include industrial arts or vocational teachers and all other persons performing supervisory and or administrative functions in all schools at the aforesaid levels, whether on full-time or part-time basis, which means that this section aims to encompass all public and private school teachers, emphasizing inclusivity across various educational levels, preschool, primary, elementary level, and secondary, and across different types of educational, academic, vocational, special, technical, or non-formal. So, it recognizes that the term teachers to be broad, including industrial arts or vocational teachers, and individuals with supervisory or administrative functions. The importance lies in providing a comprehensive framework that considers the diverse rules and responsibilities within the educational system. Article 2, the teacher and the state. So, Section 1. The school are the nurseries of the future citizens of the state. Each teacher is a trustee of the cultural and educational heritage of the nation and is under obligation to transmit to learners such heritage as well as to elevate national morality, promote national pride, cultivate love of the country, install allegiance to the Constitution and for all duty constitute authorities, and promote obedience to the laws of the state. So, this section in Article 2 aims to cultivate a sense of responsibility in teachers as trustees of the nation's cultural and education heritage. It also transmits cultural and educational values to learners. Promote national pride or cultivate love of the country. So, it is being patriotic, which means being devoted to our country. So, the importance of this section is to shape future citizens by instilling cultural and educational values. Section 2. Every teacher or school officials shall actively help carry out the declared policies of the state and shall take an oath to this effect. So, this section aims to ensure active participation in carrying out state policies. So, it requires teachers to take an oath of the uphold state policies. So, the importance of this section is to align educators with national policies and establishes a formal commitment to the principles of the state. So in section 3, in the interest of the state and of the Filipino people as much as of his own, every teacher shall be physically, mentally, and morally fit. So this section, section 3 aims to mandate that teachers be physically and mentally and morally fit. So it is important to ensure that educators are well equipped to serve the interests of the state and promotes the well-being and effectiveness of teachers and their rules. Section 4, every teacher shall possess and actualize full commitment and devotion to duty. So this section aims to emphasize full commitment and devotion to duty. So the teacher must be being committed and dedicated to her or his duty. In section 5, a teacher shall not engage in the promotion of any political, religious, or other partisan interest and shall not directly or indirectly solicit, require, or collect, or receive any money or service or other valuable material from any person or entity for such purposes. So, this section aims to restrict teachers from promoting partisan interests and from soliciting funds for such purposes. So, the importance of this section is to preserve the neutrality of the educational environment, prevents misuse of authority for personal or political gain. And section 6, every teacher shall vote and shall exercise all other constitutional rights and responsibility. This section aims to encourage teachers to exercise constitutional rights and responsibilities, including voting. So, section 7, a teacher shall not use his position or official authority or influence to coerce any other person to follow any political course of actions. Section 7 aims to prohibit the use of position or influence to coerce others into specific and political actions. So, the importance of these sections is to maintain a fair and unbiased educational environment, upholds the integrity of the teaching profession. In Section 8, every teacher shall enjoy academic freedom and shall have privilege of expounding the product of his researches and investigations, provided that if the results are inimical to the declared policies of the state, they shall be brought to the proper authorities for appropriate remedial actions. So, Section 8 aims to grant academic freedom to teachers for research and investigations. Subject research result conflicting with state policies to appropriate authorities or remedial actions. So the importance of this section is to encourages intellectual exploration and development among educators. So, balances academic freedom with the need to align with the state policies when necessary. Let's proceed to Article 3, the teacher and the community. Section 1, a teacher is a facilitator of learning and of the development of the youth. He shall, therefore, render to the best service by providing an environment conducive to such learning and growth. So this section aims to nurturing the future citizens, which means that to highlight schools as the foundation for future citizens, with teachers entrusted to transmit cultural and educational heritage, entail national pride, and foster allegiance to Constitution and authorities. The importance lies in shaping responsible and patriotic individuals. So, this means that a teacher are the one who facilitated the learners in the development and the progression of the learners. So, Section 2. Every teacher shall provide leadership and initiative to actively participate in community movements for moral, social, educational, economic, and civic betterment. So, Section 2 aims to emphasize that teachers and school officials should actively support and uphold the declared policies of the state. The importance lies in ensuring a harmonious relationship between educators and government objectives, promoting an unified educational system. So that's it. Section 3. Every teacher shall merit reasonable social recognition, for which purpose he shall behave with honor and dignity at all times and refrain for such activities as gambling, smoking, drunkenness, and other excesses, much less illicit relations. So, the Section 3 aims to ensure that every teacher is physically, mentally, and morally fit. So, the important lies in safeguarding the well-being of educators, contributing to effective teaching and fostering a positive influence to students. Section 4. Every teacher shall live for and with the community and shall therefore study and understand local customs and tradition in order to have sympathetic attitude, therefore refrain from disparaging the community. So, Section 4 emphasizes that the necessity for teachers to possess actualized full commitment and devotion to duty. So, the importance lies in fostering a strong sense of responsibility and dedication among educators.
Good morning, ma'am. Good morning, everyone. I am GLORIE B. Francisco, the next reporter about the Code of Ethics for professional teacher. Section 5. Every teacher shall help the school keep the people in the community informed about the school's work and accomplishment as well as its needs and problems. So the purpose of this section is to ensure that teachers play an active role in maintaining transparent communication between the school and the community. It emphasizes the importance of community awareness and involvement in the school affairs. For Section 6, every teacher is intellectual leader in the community, especially in the barangay, and shall welcome the opportunity to provide such as leadership when needed, to extend counseling services such as appropriate, and to actively be involved in matters affecting the welfare of the people. So, this section aims to designate teachers as intellectual leaders, particularly in the barangay or community subdivision, and encourage them to provide leadership, counseling, and active engagement in community welfare. So, it highlights the importance of teachers as leaders and contributors to well-being of the community. So, Section 7. Every teacher shall maintain harmonious and pleasant personal and official relation with other professionals, with government officials, and with the people individually or collectively. So this section is designed to promote positive and harmonious relations between teachers and other professionals, government officials, and community at large. So it underscores the significance of positive connection with professionals, officials, and community for effective collaboration. Section 8, a teacher possesses freedom to attend church and worship as appropriate, but shall not use his positions and influence to proselyte others. This section establishes the freedom of teachers to attend religious activities but prohibits the use of their position to proselytize others. So it is emphasized the importance of respecting individual freedoms and preventing the misuse of authority for religious influence. Article 4, a teacher and the profession. Section 1. Every teacher shall actively ensure that teaching is the noblest profession and shall manifest genuine enthusiasm and pride in teaching as a noble calling. For the Section 1, the purpose is to instill a sense of nobility in the teaching profession. It emphasizes the importance of teachers seeing their profession as noble and taking pride in their contribution to education. For Section 2, every teacher shall uphold the highest possible standards of quality education, shall make the best preparation for the career of teaching, and shall be at his best at all times and in the practice of his profession. This section aims to set high standard for the quality of education and the professional conduct of teachers. It emphasizes the importance of maintaining excellence in teaching practices and being dedicated to the profession. For Section 3, every teacher shall participate in the Continuing Professional Education or CPE program of the Professional Regulation Commission and shall pursue such other studies as well as improve his efficiency, enhance the prestige of the profession, and strengthen his competence, virtue, and productivity in order to be nationally and internationally competitive. This section focuses on the continuous improvement of teachers through professional development. It highlights the importance of lifelong learning and staying updated to be competitive on national and international levels. Section 4, every teacher shall help if duly authorized to seek support from the school, but shall not make improper misrepresentation through personal advertisement and other questionable means. The purpose is to ensure ethical behavior in seeking support for the school. It emphasizes the importance of ethical and conduct integrity when seeking support for the school. For the Section 5, every teacher shall use the teaching profession in a manner that makes it dignified means for earning decent living. This section emphasizes the dignified use of the teaching profession for livelihood. It underscores the importance of living teaching as a respected profession that provides a decent livelihood, promoting a positive and dignified image of the teaching profession. Article 5, the teachers and the profession. Section 1, teachers shall at all times be imbued with the spirit of professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith in one another, self-sacrifice for the common good, and full cooperation with colleagues. With the best interest of the learners, the school or the profession is at stake in any controversy. Teachers shall support one another. Foster professional loyalty, mutual confidence, and faith among teachers, promoting self-sacrifice for the common good and encouraging full cooperation. It enhances the overall effectiveness of teaching by fostering a supportive and cooperative culture among educators, ultimately benefiting students and the education system. Section 2. A teacher is not entitled to claim credit or work not of his own, and shall give due credit for the work of others which he may use. So this section aims to ensure that honesty and integrity by prohibiting teachers from claiming credit for work not their own and emphasizing proper attribution. For Section 3, before leaving his position, a teacher shall organize for whoever assumes the position such records and other data are as necessary to carry on the work. So this section aims to facilitate a smooth transition with the teachers leaves a position ensuring continuity and educational process. So it is important to ensure the smooth functioning of educational processes, preventing disruption caused by the departure of a teacher. For Section 4, a teacher shall hold inviolate all confidential information concerning associates and the school, and shall not divulge to anyone documents which has not been officially released or remove records from the files without permission. So the purpose of this section is uphold professional ethics by preventing unauthorized disclosure of sensitive information. So it is important to preserve the integrity of the interpersonal relationships and protect sensitive information crucial to the functioning of the educational institution. For Section 5, it shall be the responsibility of every teacher to seek correctives for what he may appear to be an unprofessional and unethical conduct of any associates. However, this may be done only if there is incontrovertible evidence for such conduct. So the purpose of this section is to address unprofessional and unethical behavior through appropriate correct measures. So the importance is to contribute to a professional and ethical teaching environment and promoting the well-being of the both educators and students. Section 6. A teachers may submit to the proper authorities any justifiable criticism against an associate, preferably in writing, without violating the right of the individual concerned. According to this section, is to establish a constructive means of addressing concern without violating individual rights, to foster a culture of openness and improvement within the teaching community. For the Section 7, a teacher may apply for a vacant position for which he is qualified, provided that he respect the system of selection of the basis of merit competence, provided further that all qualified candidates are given the opportunity to be considered. So the purpose of that section is to ensure that qualified candidates have equal opportunities for consideration. So it is important to maintain fairness and professionalism in the recruitment and selection of teachers, enhancing the overall quality of the teaching workforce. Article 6. The teacher and higher authorities in the professions. Section 1. Every teacher shall make it his duties to make an honest effort to understand and support the legitimate policies of the school and the administration regardless of personal feeling or private opinion, and shall faithfully carry them out. The aim is to emphasize a teacher's duty to support school policies regardless of a personal opinion, ensuring a cohesive educational environment Its importance lies in maintaining order and consistency within the institution. For Section 2, a teacher shall not make any false accusations or charges against superiors, especially under anonymity. However, if there are valid charges, he should present such as under oath to competent authority. The aim is to discourage false accusation against superiors, promoting integrity in communication. Its importance in fostering a respectful and transparent professional relationship, encouraging open dialogue with legitimate concern arise. For the Section 3, a teacher shall transact all of the official business through channels except when special conditions warrant a different procedure, such as when special conditions were advocated but are opposed by immediate superiors, in which case the teacher shall appeal directly to the appropriate higher authority. The aim for this section is to establish a proper channels for official communication, maintaining organizational structure. Its importance lies in ensuring a systematic approach to addressing issues while respecting the hierarchy within the educational institution. For Section 4, every teacher, individually or as part of a group, has a right to seek redress against injustice to the administration and to extent possible, shall raise grievances within the acceptable democratic processes. In doing so, they shall avoid jeopardizing the interests and welfare of learners whose right to learn must be respected. So the aim for this section is to grant teachers the right to seek redress against injustices without compromising learners' interests. It is important in providing a mechanism for addressing grievances democratically while safeguarding the welfare of students. Section 5. Every teacher has a right to invoke the principle that appointments, promotions, and transfer of teachers are made only on the basis of merit and needed in the interest of the service. The aim for this section is to uphold the merit-based criteria for appointments, promotions, and transfers, ensuring fairness and competence. Its importance lies in promoting a high standard of education by appointing and promoting teachers based on merit. For Section 6, a teacher who accepts a position assumes a contractual obligation to live up to his contract, assuming full knowledge of employment and terms and conditions. The aim is to underscore a teacher's contractual obligation, accountability to employment terms. Its importance lies in maintaining professionalism and fulfilling the agreed upon terms, contributing to a stable and reliable educational environment. Article 7. School official, teacher, and other personnel. Section 1. All schools officials shall at all times show professional courtesy, helpfulness, and sympathy towards teachers and other personnel, such as practices being standards of effective school supervision, dignified administration, responsible leadership, and enlightened directions. For Section 1, the aim is to establish a standard of professional conduct for school officials, emphasizing courtesy, helpfulness, sympathy toward teachers and personnel. Its importance lies in fostering a positive and collaborative working environment, contributing to effective school supervision, dignified administration, responsible leadership, and enlightened direction. For the Section 2, school officials, teachers, and other school personnel shall consider it their cooperative responsibility to formulate policies or introduce important changes in the system at all levels. For Section 2, The aim is to promote a collaborative approach to decision making, where school officials, teachers, and personnel actively take responsibility for formulating policies and introducing significant changes in education system. Its importance lies in ensuring inclusivity, diverse perspective, and a sense of shared ownership in shaping educational policies and practice. This cooperative responsibility contributes to a more responsive and dynamic educational system.
Morning, Ma'am. I am MARIANITA, LUMAWAS, the last reporter. Section 3. School officials shall encourage and attend to professional growth of all teachers under them, such as recommending them for promotion, giving them due recognition for meritorious performance, and allowing them to participate in conferences and training programs. Section 4. No school officials shall dismiss or recommend for dismissal a teacher or other subordinates except for cause. Section 5. School authorities concerned shall ensure that public school teachers are employed in accordance with pertinent civil service rules, and private schools teachers are issued constructs specifying the terms and conditions of their work, provided that they are given, if qualified, subsequent permanent tenure as accordance with existing laws. Article 8. The teacher and learners. Section 1. A teacher has a right and duty to determine the academic marks and the promotion of learners in the subjects or grades he handles, such determination shall be in accordance with generally accepted procedures of evaluation and measurement. In case any complaint, teacher concerned shall immediately take opportunity of appropriate actions of serving due process. So, the teacher is the only one who knows the grade of the student, because he the only one who handled to resolve the grade of the student. So, because the activities and quizzes given the student's grades. Section 2. A teacher shall recognize the interest and welfare of learners are of first and foremost concerns, and shall justifiably and impartially with each of them. So, meaning the welfare of the student is our priority, nothing more and nothing less. So, we teach because of student. We are in the school because we will part of the growth and development to our student. So, Section 3. Under the circumstance, shall a teacher be prejudiced, nor discriminated against by the learners. So walang discrimination dapat sa klase, hindi porket they belong to a certain cultural minority, they are less of a person. So everyone is to equal footing in the classroom. We should not bullying, we should not discriminate. Section 4. A teacher shall not accept favors or gift from learners, their parents, or others in their behalf in exchange for requested concessions, especially in undeserved. So, you are not allowed to accept a gift from learners. So, as a teacher, we should not also do something for the student or giving grades na hindi naman deserve ng mga students. So, hindi dahil lang binigyan tayo ng gift. So, Section 6. A teacher shall base the evaluation of the learners work only in merit and quality of academic performance. So, ang grade ng mga student natin, so mag-base tayo sa mga activities or sa quizzes. Section 7. In a situation where mutual attraction and subsequent love develop between teachers and learner, the teacher shall exercise utmost professional discretion to avoid scandal, gossip, and preferential treatment of the learner. So, hanggat kaya pa, huwag tayong ma-inlove sa ating student para hindi tayong ma-scandal, gossip. Section 8. A teacher shall not inflict corporal punishment on offending learners nor make deduction from their scholastic ratings as a punishment to acts which are clearly not manifestation of poor scholarship. So, we are not punishment to our student because ngayon hindi na tayo pwedeng manakit ng ating mga student. Section 9. A teacher shall ensure that conditions contribute to the maximum development of learners are adequate and shall extend needed assistance in preventing or solving learners' problem and difficulties. So we extend needed. So like for example, uwian na. So kung ang ating mga student ay nagsuntukan, so kailangan nating i-extend. Need na to i-extend kay we preventing or solving learners' problem and difficulties. So kailangan nating ma-solve. Article 9. The teacher and parents. Section 1. Every teacher shall establish and maintain cordial relations with parents and shall conduct himself to merit their confidence and respect. Section 2. Every teacher shall inform parents through proper authorities of the progress and deficiencies of learners under him, exercising utmost candor and tact in pointing out learners' deficiencies and in seeking parents' cooperation for the proper guidance and improvements of the learners. Section 3. A teacher shall hear parents complain with sympathy and understanding and shall discourage unfair criticism. Article 9. The teacher and business. So Section 1. A teacher has the right to engage directly or indirectly in legitimate income generation, provided that it does not relate to or adversity affect his work as a teacher. So, makat-affect jud sa atong teacher. Section 2. A teacher shall maintain a good reputation with respect to the financial matters such as in the settlement of his debts and loan in arranging satisfactory his private financial affairs. Section 3. No teachers shall act directly or indirectly as agent of or be financially interested in any commercial venture which furnish textbook and other school commodities in the purchase and disposal or which he can exercise official influence, except only when his assignment inherently related to such purchase and disposal, provided this shall be in accordance with the existing regulations, provided further, and members of duly recognized teacher cooperatives may participate in the distribution and sale of such commodities. Sige. Article 10. The teacher as a person. Section 1. A teacher is above all a human being endowed with life, for which it is the highest obligation to live with dignity at all times, whether in school, in the home, or elsewhere. So, kumasis na kayo na. Section 2. A teacher shall place premium upon self-discipline as the primary principles of personal behavior in all relationship with others and in all situations. Section 3. A teacher shall maintain at all times a dignified personality which could serve as a model worthy of emulation by learners, peers, and all others. Section 4. A teacher shall always recognize and the Almighty God as guide of his own destiny and of the destinies of men and nations. Article 11. Disciplinary actions. So, Section 1. Any violation of any provisions of the code shall be sufficient ground for the imposition against the teachers of the disciplinary actions, consisting of revocation of the certification of registration and revocation of his certification of license as a professional teachers, suspension from the practice of teaching profession, reprimand or cancellation of his temporary and special permit under causes specified in Section 23, Article HI or RA number 7836, and under Rule 31, Article 8 of the Rules and Regulation implementing RA 7836. So, the teacher must demonstrate integrity, impartiality, and initial behavior in the classroom and their conduct with parents and co-workers. Article 12. Article 13. Effectivity. Section 1. This code shall take effect upon approval by the Professional Regulation Commission and after 60 days following its publication in the official Gazette or any newspaper of general circulation, whichever is earlier. So, emphasis respect for human dignity, academic freedom, professional development, and social responsibility. And that's all. Thank you.